What's good, you all? Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm gonna take you through 5 of my essential lower body day exercises. Had a few people asking about this on Instagram the other day, so I figured I'd give you all something. Now, I won't say these are my 5 favorite, and I don't even like using the word favorite when it comes to exercises because you should be varying them up all the time and progressing through them. But I'm gonna show you my 5 essential ones. There's variations from there. Let's get to it.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
Ultimately, martial art means honestly expressing yourself in water. I am the greatest.
Chase Hodgin, come perfect this. The first move we have is a back squat. Now, truth be told, I don't back squat every week. I typically vary it up. It can be a back squat, it can be a front squat. I'll show you both of those. But squat is an essential exercise that you're just gonna need in any program. Even a dumbbell goblet squat, kettlebell squat, front loaded, there's so many different variations to use. You progress those over time. But I'm gonna take you through how I back squat. There's a high bar squat and a low bar. Typically I do a high bar just because I'm able to produce a lot more force from that position and be a lot quicker with the force that I'm displacing in the ground to come back up, and it makes it quicker, more for athleticism. Low bar, I'm gonna be more spread out with the arms. It's gonna be a little bit lower on my traps. So, my back squat, first thing I do is come and I'll have my pinkies right on these little knurlings right here on the bar. Make sure the grip is all right. Come right under. I'll bring it right below my neck. It's not gonna be directly on it. It's gonna be a little bit under, and it's gonna be in a little space right where it just fits. Once I come up, take a step, brace my core, lats are engaged, everything's tied up with the upper body. I'm putting force through my feet, through my toes and my heels. Now I'm gonna show you the front squat. It's another variation of a squat that I like to use. You can do a cross grip. This is what I typically go with 90% of the time. You also have your Olympic variation with elbows as such. Puts a lot of strain on my elbows personally, so I don't really use that variation. You put these 2 fingers right on this middle knurling. I'm gonna bring this right below my neck, right in here on the collarbone. While I'm doing this as well, I'm squeezing the bar as tight as possible with this grip. Raising up. Make sure the stance is right. Come down. Right back up. I feel like I'm gonna break that thing one of these days, but we're making sure on the front squat that we're squeezing here. We're tight with this, or we're tight with this grip, just like we would on the back squat with the upper body. We're tight as well in this position. We're not relaxed. Everything is tight here, bracing the core, down, squeeze through our toes, squeeze through the heel, pop right back up. Third pattern we have, all right, it's a deadlift, right? You can do these conventional with a straight bar, straight barbell. You see that a lot. I like using a trap bar because it's more athletic. I'm able to be more athletic with it depending on which grip I want to use. Now, you see we got the high bar up here. That's gonna be more of a pull pattern. So my hips are gonna be a little bit higher. It's gonna be under with this grip. It is flipped under. It's gonna be more of a squat pattern. When I get in here, there's only so much room for your legs, so they're gonna already be in the position that they should be. But I'm gonna make sure that this right here, where the weight in this bar is in line with my shin. So I'm gonna be here lined up, and I want my hands to come right down next to it. You can see my hips are higher, so it's more of a pull position, more of a hip dominant hip hinge. I'm gonna be here, squeezing my lats to my torso, bracing, coming right up. Now here's gonna be the squat pattern. As you can see, where I'm gonna be gripping is a lot lower than what it would be on a hip dominant, hip hinge like I just showed you, right? So I'm gonna be here, squeezing the lats together, bracing the core, driving through our heels. All right, so now we're on to the third movement, right? You got split squats. I typically enjoy doing these with a safety bar, as you've seen from some of the previous YouTube videos that I've done. And you can do these front loaded, but I'm gonna show you how to do them with a dumbbell. To get here, I'm gonna have both dumbbells in both my hands. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna get just like I would in a lunge position. Same position, I'm gonna start here. Come back, weight evenly distributed on both feet. Good rule of thumb for me to use is thinking the back knee is gonna be right below my torso. From here, come right up. Make sure that your back toe isn't externally or internally rotated too much. All the toes should be aligned and straight forward. From here, down. Now, as I've stated on the first YouTube video that I posted, which if you haven't seen, go ahead and check that out. But in split squat, I like using this specifically for athleticism. Rarely are you doing something from 2 feet like I showed you on the back squat earlier with the barbell. You're either gonna be on one foot. When you're sprinting, it's one foot to the other. If you're jumping, the in is bilateral. It's gonna be all unilateral strength from there. So if you can build up both of your legs and they're both strong, from a unilateral perspective, you're gonna be stronger across the board. Your numbers on squat are gonna go up, deadlift, everything else that you do bilateral is gonna go up if you focus on these. You can do these with a dumbbell, kettlebell, barbell loaded on the back or on the front. I like using the safety bar just because I can have a grip like this and load it up as much as I need to and go for more strength and power. And then from there, if I want to use less weight, I can go more for speed and more just force production, coming down and coming right back up. On to the next one. All right, so this is the fourth exercise that we have, prowler push. But this is great for all out power in the lower body. I use these sometimes as conditioning, sometimes as a warm up. And they're phenomenal for both, but also just for power and strength work. This is undefeated. And this is also mimicking a sprint. So when I'm here, I'm coming forward, not passive with the steps that I take. I'm not just here taking slow. I'm powerfully extending through my hips. I'm coming through as such. You can do these for distance, for time. I typically like to load these up as much as possible. The heavier I can go, the more force I'm gonna have to produce into the ground, and the faster I'm gonna be able to run and sprint. When I unload it and I just either do a non-resistant sprint, I'm able to be faster with the force that I produce horizontally. I'm faster with the force that I'm producing horizontally. If you got access to a prowler or a sled as such, add these to your lower body day, either as conditioning. You can do these as a warm-up for 5 to 10 minutes. Forcefully extending through my hip on each step. Doing that is gonna inevitably extend my hips. So when I'm sprinting, same technique, same energy. The hill, oh, there we go. Y'all did not see that. So the last move we have right here is a glute bridge, hip lift, same thing, right? And this is great for hip extension. This translates over to sprinting. This translates over to any sport, especially combat sport for somebody like me who practices Muay Thai. The more I kick, the more I have to extend my hips to deliver a kick and get it through, teep, whatever it may be. I'm gonna take my thumbs, place them right on the end of this knurling right here. And I'm gonna put my shoulder and right above my lat on the bench. We're back to where we wanted to be. And from here, dipping the hips, extending up. So those are the 5 essential lower body day exercises that I incorporate into my program. Different variations. It's all about how you progress them. and when you're using the different variations. If you're a beginner, master the basics. Back squat, front squat, conventional deadlift, trap bar deadlift like I showed you, hip lift, hip bridge right here, a split squat, master those, and then from there you can advance with different bars, using different accommodated resistance like I've used, chains, bands, weights attached to those bands, all that good stuff. So add those in on your leg days, on your lower body days. Let me know how they are in the comments. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this. As I always say, chase Kaizen, become perfectus. Peace, man.